Hello and welcome to the MIneFish. Cray here, and today I am playing the Stanley Parable once again. And I just want you to know beforehand, I'm planning on making this my last episode for the Stanley Parable. So yeah, this is episode 6. It's been pretty fun playing, but let's go ahead and play. There's this one ending that I found out about, which I hope is going to be sort of fun. It's not very long. I think it's pretty short ending, but let's go ahead and do it. It's pretty easy to get to. All you have to do is climb up on this chair right over here.
And Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again.
And forget how you get up on the chair. Okay, there we go. So then you control to go around, and then you go out of the window, I believe. There we go. So alright, so I've escaped the map.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Sure.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate.
I know.
I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Alright. This is weird, Joe.
There once was a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was
your music's terrible.
And was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful
You're a terrible singer.
But his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Okay. You're a terrible singer. Okay. This is weird. Alright. You're getting, why do you keep just continuously playing this, Joe? Wow. That song was awful. Can you maybe do something else besides continuously playing? Like, maybe sing another song? Okay, I think it's almost over. Right, how long is this gonna last? Okay, fine, I'll quit. Okay, come on, load. Let's do this again. Alright.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Yeah. But, I wonder what...
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, I wonder what would happen if I click the no, so then the gag would, like, continue, or something. Why is this chair so hard to get onto? Come on, get onto this stupid chair. It's just like such a... Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's jump out here. There we go. At first,
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been
I know what would have happened.
different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Well, sort of, so far.
Think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
Wait.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long would you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you just played the other option, and now you've come to see...
Yeah, that's what I just did.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
Yeah.
Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well,
okay.
I built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Alright, yeah, I'll restart the game again now. But that was kind of fun. I'm gonna try to see the Ghost Stanley one more time. I'm just obsessed with trying to see him. Wait, what? What? Why are the papers
what could it mean?
all over the floor?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
It's a mess.
He had simply missed a memo.
This is a mess. What? Why is there paper scattered all over the floor? It's strange. Okay. Okay, just if you're wondering what I just did there, guys, I typed in FACEPUNCH on my keyboard, and that makes it so everything gets the texture of this random stuff. But, yeah, so I think you guys might have liked this. It's called the FACEPUNCH texture. You just have to type in FACEPUNCH, and there we go, back there, and I'll type it in one more time, FACEPUNCH. So yeah, it's pretty easy, and it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna stick with this texture for now. But let's go.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed the Stanley Parable. I have loved it, and it's an amazing game. Very, very, very well made. It's one of the best games I've actually ever played, I have to admit. So, I hope you loved it too. I'm going to end this episode for now. I am Cray from the MIneFish, and see ya!